Hi, I'm Greg Hanna, founder of Transformational Learning Solutions. I would like to thank you for checking out my business building workshop, Secret Weapons for Making Sales, Motivation Triggers, and Influencing Language. Now, most people would agree that communication is the engine that drives our success in both our business and personal lives. In sales, motivating and influencing people is vital. The purpose of this workshop is to teach you a set of techniques that will allow you to understand what motivates people and to be able to determine what language will trigger this motivation. Conversely, you'll also understand what does not motivate people and what language will demotivate them. This workshop is focused on communication in a business context. However, the concepts are not unique to business and can be applied equally effectively in other contexts. Often, when we are speaking with people, the outcomes are not the ones we were aiming for. This is because, without realizing it, we are often speaking a different language than our listener. And by different language, I don't mean English instead of Spanish, for example. Even when speaking the same language as our listener, the words we use may be very foreign to them. In effect, a different language. Now, we often have difficulty influencing the other person because we are using a language that does not trigger their motivation. At a deep, unconscious level, we have programs that help us simplify and make sense of the vast amount of information that our senses take in. These are known as metaprograms. They are like windows or doors through which we let information into our consciousness and which shape how and what we communicate to the outside world. About 40 metaprograms have been identified, of which about a dozen are important when considering motivation triggers. It has been shown that each of the metaprograms, or traits, has a clearly identifiable pattern associated with it. In a specific context, the metaprogram pattern that an individual is using accurately predicts their behavior. Through a technique called language and behavior profile analysis, using a very specific set of questions which are designed to trigger a response from the deep unconscious mind, the mapping across of language and behavior can be done very accurately. If the metaprogram pattern behavior is known, then the language patterns that are associated with them are also known. If the language patterns are heard, they can be accurately mapped across to metaprogram behavior patterns. This workshop will show you how to understand 4 critical motivation traits and what information they provide. You will learn how to ask the questions that will get you this information, how to interpret the information, and then how to use this information immediately in normal day-to-day conversation. This knowledge is very powerful because it permits much more accurate and nuanced communications, which leads to better outcomes. Once again, thanks for checking out the workshop, Secret Weapons for Sales, Motivation Triggers, and Influencing Language.